Right, hey guys. Welcome to the stream, to the recording of the futures account. So currently, I am down in the account. Did went against my rules. I ended up taking a bad trade. Actually, I was in a good position here. Right, initially I got into a buy right around here, but however, I moved my stop loss into profit. I moved my stops right around here. Alright, and you can see I got whipped out on this candle pushing down, and then price continued moving upwards. So this could have been a nice little risk reward here. Would have been up $1,000 or so. I was targeting this high originally, which I think we can get during the New York session from 9:30 maybe to 11. Alright, but it happens. We're not gonna complain, we're not gonna bitch about it. So the reason why I entered this trade, why I entered for the long side positioning, alright, first I saw at the initial point, right, we actually had, and let me just put the volume chart on here, alright, yeah, put the volume chart on, VWAP session on, delete this, hold on. This was, yeah. Alright. So we had price actually coming from here, and this at the point of time we saw a lot of volume at this area here, right? So it was a notable area for me after the previous days, the last bit of control that we did have in terms of volume. Right, was expecting to see price actually bounce away from this area to continue that upward trend movement. So we did get that move kind of bouncing up. We had price dipping below the VWAP, then coming back up. We retested here again, then we started pushing away. At this point, I could have gotten a second entry because at that point it did show that, all right, bullish thesis remains. We're seeing price continue, show some bullishness. Alright, the likelihood of us continuing did increase. However, that's hindsight. Right, we saw that price did actually make a pullback from this area after this push in. Right, a correction move there, then followed by another bearish candle. At that point, it did look like we could possibly continue bearish back into this level here. Right, but you can see that price did retract, and then we continue moving upwards. Right, at this point, when we did break this area, this would have been another good possible area to get long into. And as you can see, I did have a position in here, but I wasn't up to actually enter the position because with futures trading and you're placing contracts, it's very unlikely, highly risky to take trades without actually manually executing it, right? So at that point, when price did come into this area, I was asleep, or else I would have got it into a position for that continuation move upwards, because we did get this bullish candle pushing above this area, showing all right, buyers are in control of this market right now. We are going to see more buy side aggression, which we did see coming into play here. We have a lot of volume in this area now, this becoming a new area of interest, right, where we're seeing liquidity. That being said, what I'm looking for is an upward continuation. So I am down on the account. However, if we could get price reapproaching back into this level off of VWAP, right, something like right here, I think that we could get a continuation moving higher into the last week's session highs, right above this area here at 18.33.7, right? So like, yeah, around 18.337, maybe we can pass that to 18.340, right? But I am looking for a sort of a retest down below on this level here off of the VWAP for a continuation. I don't want to get caught up into too early. So right now, this is the trade setup that I'm looking for, a possible pullback and then a continuation moving up. Let me take a look here, having 1 hour, right? We see we have that movement here. So it's all about waiting for the setup to actually come true and play out in our favor. So yeah, not trying to rush it. I would take it for around 2 contracts. If you could pull back here, if it ends up resulting in a loss, that'll be around $300 loss or something like that, right? One contract on NQ is worth $5 per tick, right? This is a 25 tick risk, so around $125 risk. So in total, that would amount to a total of $250 risk. Alright, so this is what I'm looking at currently for a pullback and continuation. We do have volume in this area, so liquidity, we're going to see some price action being chopped up, right? You can see the price action movement back and forth, back and forth. We pulled down, came back up, might come back into these highs before pulling back down here, right? A little bit lower. Then we can see continuations, just because this is where we do have orders coming in. We have liquidity. This is an area of interest where, you know, large players are looking for, right? And we get that from using the volume profile here. We can see, represented by this red line, the amount of volume that we do have trading into the markets right now for the day. This is the largest area of volume thus far for the day. As the day does continue, this area can be changed, right? Maybe we might have more volume coming into the highs here as well, the next key area of interest for investors. So with that being said, this is sort of what I'm looking for that pullback, continuation, so forth. So this is this is a setup for me right now. All right, so it's just about waiting and seeing. Okay, see, so this is exactly why we wait, because you can see that price did give a nice solid push downwards, just looking like a move correction right off of this zone. Alright, so this is an area of possible potential interest. If we have a zone being made here, then we could possibly see price revisit back into this area, sort of reject and continue back upwards, right? Because that is what the price action is looking like. On the 1 minute, on the 1 hour, right, we have 51 minutes on this candle right now remaining, so we could possibly potentially see price pull lower. Right, with that being said, I do think overall we can get that bullish momentum still coming into the market right now, but I would really like to see that retest off of that level before entering into the markets. Don't want to enter too early to get chopped up. Alright, really don't want to take that risk too early to just get chopped up around in the markets. Two contract here would have been a solid $800. Sorry, around $400 right here. Off of that, just one pullback. But we're waiting for our move, right? So like I said, coming back into this area to the low here, this is the next potential area. I'm looking to see, you know, better sort of a setup, right? A rejection from this area to continue moving up off along the VWAP. That is what I'm looking for. So just going to remain waiting for that potential play out first. I revisit down to the VWAP to continue moving higher. We might have to wait for the whole hour candle to pull up here. If that's the case, then so be it. You know, guys, sometimes it's about patience. Sometimes you really have to wait for the setups to come. You can't really rush it. That's how you get yourself caught up. Alright, so we're just gonna wait for that pullback lower to continue moving higher.
You see, stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on two separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the organ, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on two separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension of sound impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Alright guys, so we are approaching into the level of interest. I do want to get in. I just want to see the blow more pull back into that area before actually entering. Alright, we have 1 minute for this candle remaining. We'll look to see what the next 5-minute candle does. If we do push past the VWAP, I'm going to give it a little bit just to see what price does, and then possibly enter with my stop loss right at the same level. So we're seeing some volatility right here on the price action movement. Let's gonna give it a few and let's see if we could get a possible potential setup. Depending on how you're looking, I might just take it for one contract instead of the two. Alright. Could be that we possibly missed our time to enter, right? I want to see price go more into that VWAP area before actually entering. So I would like to see price actually touch the area before. But it looks like on this current 5 minute candle, we have to wait and see what price really does. Um, yeah, no, but it looks like we had that solid rejection. We came pretty close into it, and then price just is pulling up right now. So could be that we missed the chance or opportunity to actually enter here. Alright. Obviously not going to rush it. Um just waiting to see however this 1 hour candle does end. I do think that we could possibly potentially touch that VWAP area before getting that continuation move up. Alright, so just waiting to see what price does here. Alright, a little bit more of a deeper retest would be something that I'm looking for. Again, don't want to get caught up too early into the move on these early price action movements. Right, I would say this here being my primary target for the entry. That'll be sort of like what I want to see price actually come into for that continuation moving upwards, right? So if we could get a deeper pullback, that means that our entry point, our stop loss, will be actually risking less than what we initially settled on our risk being. So instead of that being a 25 pip move, a 25 point move, right, it'll be a 19 point move, and then we could just adjust our risk accordingly as price does move into our favor. But yeah, we're just gonna wait to see what this 5 minute candle does. The next candle formation, I want to go until the next half hour, so at 4:30. I want to see what price does. Then if we do continue pushing up at that point, then so be it. I'll just leave it and we come back at 9:30 for a potential setup. Other than that, yeah, just waiting to see if we could get a deeper retest. Maybe on the next candle formation we might get that, and then we could continue moving upwards with the directional bias that we do have. Right, so that's about it right now, what I'm looking for. As price does move into our favor. But yeah, we're just gonna wait to see what this 5 minute candle does. The next candle formation, I want to go until the next half hour, so at 4:30. I want to see what price does. Then if we do continue pushing up at that point, then so be it. I'll just leave it and we come back at 9:30 for a potential setup. Other than that, yeah, just waiting to see if we could get a deeper retest. Maybe on the next candle formation we might get that, and then we could continue moving upwards with the directional bias that we do have. Right, so that's about it right now, what I'm looking for. Wow, guys, wow. So it looks like we potentially missed the move here, right? Looks like that was the looks like that was the deepest retest we was gonna get right here. Excuse me. Looks like that's the deepest retest we was gonna get right here. Price pulled up quite a bit significantly, right? So that would been a 200, around $460 profit right here if we entered right here. But like I said, I was waiting for a deeper retest of that VWAP to actually continue with the price action push here. So you know it happens. Sometimes we miss it, you know, and not much we could do about that when it does happen. Like I said, I would wait for a deeper retest if you could still get it. I would take it, but now I'll just take it for one contract because I'll revisit from that area right after this push here. I revisit deeper, just shows that all right, we still liquidating in this area right here, this general area, still liquidating. If you go to the 1 hour, you can see it a little better. Alright, so we have a lot of volume right here, just bouncing back and forth. Alright, so we kind of form in a range, so to speak. That is what that would indicate to me. Alright, just meaning that, alright, we have some indecisiveness with price action. With that being said, if we do get a deeper retest back down into the level here, again, off of VWAP or into my initial area, like I said, this would be like the target area, the ideal position for me to enter to actually continue seeing that movement upwards. If we do see some buy pressure momentum hitting us at around 9:30 opening bell, then I would say that alright, at that point potentially we'll just hold to continue moving upwards. But I'd like to be up in this area already. I won't like to see price retest and pull back even lower before doing that. Just, you know, that shows some indecisiveness. So overall, I would say that still waiting for the hour for the hour candle to close to see what price does. If we get a deeper retest here, then I'll enter it for one contract, holding it all the way to the previous last week's Friday highs. Right, so that will be sort of my move. If price does continue moving up and we push above this area, would I take the sell? I would. Sorry, would I take it buy? I would be interested in probably going long if we can close above this area. Right, at that point, I would like to see something just showing that okay, we can hold above this area to continue moving up. But I won't even take a standard contract on it. I'll probably do a mini contract. Sorry, a micro contract. Maybe two. So just be risking like $37 to make 165 if we, you know, really get to target those highs, right? But besides that, not really much that we could do here, but just wait to see if we get that deeper retest or not, right? Price did pull from this area, so we came into the area of interest for us, and price continued moving up, so it is what it is.
With someone you are. With someone you are. With babe. With babe. With babe. you are with someone you are.
Alright guys, looks like we're gonna get our chance for the possible entry here. I'm going to enter with the two contracts, right? Just because I do like the way that price has pulled back right now. Like we could possibly, if we do touch that VWAP, we could get that movement back to the highs right there, right? So that is what I'm looking for. Still waiting on that pullback for a little bit deeper.
see, stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on two separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on two separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Alright guys, so like I said, I don't want to get caught up. I don't want to get caught up into this. So this does look like an interesting level to take the trade, but again, the best possible entries we could look for now is if price comes back into this area again off that VWAP. So sometimes you really gotta display some patience here. Even if price does move, continue moving up against us and doesn't revisit the area, then so be it. But this is, yeah, just waiting. I want to see that pullback back into this level here. I'll take it for the entry.